All right. It's all aboard, man. Today's Thursday, Downhill Thursday.
Wanna be your
Inside the morning
lover.
stew. It's
You
Benny and the
what?
crew. We got
What?
what today?
Hold on, I think Lisa had to talk to me, Frisco. Make it finish what it is.
Oh, got you.
Now, what you made to say?
I like one song with the sing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
my name. hmm Wanna be your lover. It's
Oh,
Prince.
that's
It's
right.
Prince. I wanna be your lover.
That's Lisa Love. That's
Oh,
Steve and
that's Mr. Frisco over
Mr.
yonder.
Friskish. Good morning. Good
Mm.
morning, everybody.
yes. What's up, everybody? Everyone's.
Right here on the day in a blackout.
Certain areas of the city.
Oh yeah? What's going
Yes.
on?
I don't know. 7 till 1 they said.
Oh, for real?
Mm. But
Wow.
fortunately, knock on wood.
We're
Um,
knocking with you.
yeah, we here on a Mandela
hmm
Drive have energy, so that's good.
Yeah. Always good.
Yeah. All right. So what's going on a Thursday?
On a Thursday, well, it looked like the hurricane category 2 or something because it got 150 miles an hour wind. They
50 or
said
15?
150 miles.
150.
Damn. Yesterday was forecast to be 115.
Cat one.
Let me see
Mm-hmm.
here. Where is it?
Yeah, boy.
Mhm.
And now it's out of there.
You talk about
Eric,
Eric. Eric.
well, right now at 85 mile an hour, but it
It,
was it was up to 140
yeah.
before
it went
landfall.
up, then it came back down.
Yeah, well, it touched
Once
land,
it hit
so
landfall, I'll probably slow down.
Maybe.
145, saw 125 just before landfall. And we're talking about the Pacific side near
Right, over
Acapulco,
the other side.
and so it went from like real quick. It gone to the 110 what I'm gonna say. Then it jumped to 120.
hmm
Then it went to 125 and 145. So that within hours, rapid intensification.
Right. Rapid intensification.
And
Because,
detention.
yeah, I mean, imagine right now, they tell you, well, it's forecast to be 115.
hmm
And it gone from
Mm.
115 with a manageable to catastrophic with a 145
Right.
in a couple of hours.
hmm
Man,
Like real quick.
real quick.
Well, I know that they're glad for that.
What?
Who would be
That
glad?
went down that fast.
Oh yeah.
That the
Just as
what?
how it go down, you can come back up
No,
though.
but no, it's over land. So it
You know, come back up right now.
no, it make land fall, so you have to go down. But I'm saying
You have to go down.
at 140 before landfall, I need the schedule for at 115.
Yeah.
Um, and we've seen that on the Atlantic side. We see that happening at the Gulf. Rapid intensification is a real thing. A real thing. So I know, yeah, look out for them kind of scenarios there. So yeah, as the hurricane season moves on. Imagine that, then they tell you again one category 1, and then just before landfall, they see that happen.
Say,
Yeah, big psych, like, cause what you're prepared for, you say you can handle.
Right.
but the thing is, you're prepared because you never know how it could go, but you're prepared.
hmm
No, you might say, well, I'm staying at my house, because my house could take on 115 or 110. And then before landfall, you got a 145, 150. That's the
Time for
difference
you to
between I want
move.
staying at my house or I for leave.
hmm
Then you don't got time for leave then, because it's right there.
It's on top of you.
Man,
Hmm.
that is wild.
Today is Juneteenth, by the way.
For those who don't know what that is, do tell.
What?
For those who don't know what that is, do tell.
Well, tell it in. Juneteenth. That is actually Juneteenth announced the day is a whole month. It's the official Juneteenth National Independence Day. It is a federal holiday in the United States so far. Well, I don't know if Trump legalized it. It's celebrated annually on June 19th to commemorate the ending of slavery in those United States. Yes. So I guess they used, but yeah, Juneteenth. It's a cool name, I guess. I mean, there wasn't an exact date. Although this event commemorates the end of slavery emancipation for the remaining enslaved population in two Union border states, Delaware and Kentucky. Okay. Then Kentucky going bankrupt because they vote for get rid of all of the immigrants. No, then they go. Yes, God bless you, Kentucky. Good for them. Would not come until December 6, 1865. So, okay, yeah. Yeah, Kentucky, people at Kentucky, they're ball right now because they vote for racism and because to get rid of all the brown people. And they voted for it, thinking that when they got rid of the brown people, the black people are going to come back and fix the cotton. And guess what? We don't do that no more.
No.
We don't do that no more. Pick that yourself. But yeah,
don't
man.
yourself, huh?
That's right. That's right. What else? I hear that the principal of that school said that how they've been requesting wardens for that school for months, and they finally got one warden, but they got two gates.
Right. So you need more than one.
Yeah.
I know one is a start, but obviously you need more than one.
But again, that shouldn't have to be something we have to petition for months for.
It's true.
You know, who pays for wardens, the school or the Ministry of Education? The government. All right. So when you open up on a school, if you put up 4 gates, you're supposed to got 4 warden. You put up 5 gates, you're supposed to got 5 warden. And I know it just seemed like there could be a pattern of this. Kids leaving a compound and nobody know how the hell they're gone. I would imagine school compounds have cameras around the perimeter.
What school is that? What school has cameras? I beg you do.
Well, you see, then they go to the wrong place because our kids are going to an institution of learning where the people where they run it, not they learn. They see things happening and nobody to say, yo, either lock off some of them gates or send some more warden or, yo, make sure we have cameras so we could see around school. Like from Princess Margaret Drive out the way all the school lineups, they're supposed to have cameras up and down that block. You know, because, look, and I don't want you to tell me, oh, me the quarrel or me the argue, but this stuff fool. If you want got thing, take responsibility for the kids where you have.
I want to say,
if the teachers have to buy equipment for the classroom, how they put up camera?
Yo, bro, this
unless a private school where you know the money tall and then you could put, you know.
Yeah, but you see, this is why I mean, blame the teachers and like that, because for some reason, GOB, and no matter what color clothes anywhere when I get in a GOB, for some reason, the normal common sense things that they thought about.
But up on the management of the schools.
Into what?
That part of the management of the schools, if they want, in this era, decide that, you know, well, they have to think about doing that kind of thing.
I believe I heard, I just asked the question facetiously, you know, who pays for that? It is the government. I was just asking. It is the government.
Pay for what?
So just like when you join police, they should give you a gun when you open a school.
Maybe I missed over the top.
You can't give everybody a gun. You got to evaluate them. Remember, you do an evaluation.
Security. If you have to evaluate whether or not to give a policeman a gun, he should not be a policeman to begin with.
Well, man, I lost track of what that about. What was that about?
School wardens.
Oh,
if you're gonna have, school wardens.
I think we talk about camera just now. I don't know we're going to school.
Oh yes,
talking
no,
about
we're
that
talking
too.
about security in general. Security in general. People on their private house got cameras now. You mean
Of
to tell me
course.
that nobody in power, even whether it's a private school or a public school, they all fall in some way under the Ministry of Education. So when you realize one kid ran out and died, we saw him on cameras everywhere else, except where we were supposed to see him on camera. Now we have a young girl who nobody knows probably there, and we hope that she is fine. I could imagine what the parents they go through.
They're not saying they find the
But
person.
again,
I saw something that said that she was found safe. I don't know.
really?
I don't want to run with that.
Yeah, I saw it on some
When was
some
Yeah.
news.
It must have happened
people
last
on-
night, overnight, or
online.
something.
I think I saw that this morning on some
I said it this morning. It was this morning.
different other media.
Wow, that would be great. I hope that the way to go on. If you saw that, God bless them. But it doesn't change the point that she was not supposed to be able to leave that easily with nobody seeing.
Understood.
But
Plain
did they
and
go
simple.
home? I kind of say they gone out and then come back.
I have no idea
Kids
because
go
the
home.
last
I don't know
story
if
I
that
heard
was
was
kids
on
that,
the
I don't think
news.
that during they said they gone and when the afternoon they can't just said that child never come back. That's cool. So the person they
Yes,
go
but what
home.
happened to her in the 3 days? What happened to her in the 3 days?
No, I'm saying they go home. So if you go home, if in case so you gone home, you're up on the street, you're not there in the school compound anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but you say, listen what I'm saying. The school could protect themselves that way. If you have children and you sign up for my kid could leave the school at 12 to go and eat. That responsibility, I believe, falls from the school because the parent or guardian gave the school permission for that kid to leave. But if the kid does not have permission to leave,
How can
Then-
they
Well,
leave?
that wasn't said. That the information there wasn't said. So
because-
obviously they go home. A lot of kids go home 12 o'clock.
they go home. And I give the school props for realize quickly that that little girl didn't come back.
Right.
You know, I give them props for all of that. But still, man, there's basic, simple things. If you realize there's a problem here or there could be a problem here, then you work on that. No wait until something happens again.
Yeah, but then if
To
kids go
start the-
home, there's a window that the parents now have to make a decision as to how they are. You know, when parents
Yeah,
worried
but
about their
again-
children.
All what we say is culpability.
But that's what I said too. But you have to
culpability.
understand the scenario. If that case where kids go home,
Yep.
there's a window. You walk out of that school compound, you go home for lunch. I don't know if that's the case or not. But they say when they come back, the child never come back for the afternoon class.
Yes. But you're right. But the only thing that I'm saying is if they have permission to do that, there's
Well,
no
obviously.
problem. The school doesn't bear any responsibility. But if kids just walk out of your compound, at
Well, I mean, you have to
random,
go home. You could, if you go to high school, if you're 13, because some 13-year-old in the first farm.
yeah.
If school done 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you have to walk out of the compound and go home. There's a window between when you walk out of the compound and reach home where you, for a family member, anything could happen. They said, oh, let's go home. That's what happen. Right? So you have to talk to with children and say, boom, not get no unauthorized. That's why some school make no unauthorized person can't come here.
Right. Come and say I'm here for
Yeah.
and Jack.
So, but when kids walk out, you watch it every day. Kids walk from school to home. There's a window, and anything could happen if somebody want, There is a window. But
Yes, there is.
you have to talk to the children. I don't know that who. We don't get no information as to where me there and how. At least we don't get none of that yet.
Yeah. There is a song. Again, there is a song. Back in the days when there were songwriters and musicians, they used to make songs that carry on until now. I heard Hannah listening to our song and I asked, oh, you know that song? Give me that on TikTok. And so the only way our kids learn good songs is because of TikTok. But like you said, teach your children.
Yep.
Who was that? The Grateful Dead. One of their biggest hit was a song named Teach the Children. And it was telling you about teaching your kids about life and stuff. And again, kids leave schools, when the kids walk to school, kids leave school at lunch, kids walk from school, and all that's fine. That's the way it works. But when we hear problems on the news because something didn't go correct, something didn't happen correct, and those are the things that we have to watch. Something when they happen correct, and fix them when we can. If the school said that they need more security or whatever, make it known.
I say do what you need to do.
Yeah, you don't want to pay for it themselves, and then they have to raise money for the kids. But you have people where they get paid 6 figures just supposed to do this, where schools aren't supposed to be petitioning, where you got minister and CEO, where they get big money. So you mean for tell me between the minister and the CEO, which are nearly $160,000 right there, if not more, none of them can put $10 gas go check the school, see how much security guard they got. Plain simple common sense. But
but again, we have to address the part where kids go home. Because this probably happen like that. And that's the vulnerable. From time
That's
was
the
time.
window right there. That is
time
the
was
window.
time, not that the vulnerable time when kids go home. Then you have to walk from point A to point B.
well, that's the when you have to teach your kids exactly what to do.
Right. So
Yeah,
back in
and you
used to-
see,
But no, a lot of parents we don't worry about it. We take it for granted. Some.
but you see, the ridiculousness of it all is that a lot of schools don't allow phones for the kids. And the thing is, when your kid goes to school, you could say, well, all right, you don't need your phone. You can't do that at school. But on the way to school, on the way having lunch, if you leave the compound, on the way from school, part of the protection and security for children is their phone.
And
It's
that
their
also
phone.
could be dangerous, Steve. You're looking at the phone, somebody pass, want your phone, put your child
Well,
in
this is
danger
where
because of the phone.
but this is where you teach your
The answer
kids.
never easy. The answer never.
Yeah, but
straightforward.
this is where parenting come in. And they make you carry your phone to school, but it's not to take out of your bag. Your phone is in case you have a problem. When you come from school, you could depend on the phone all you want. But if I hear you depend on the phone out there, I depend on the phone when you get home. I mean, you have to parent. You have to parent. But everybody know that a phone is a necessity nowadays. They're a necessity.
But
If
still, you
get lost,
can't.
you could get shot.
They're like, because scenarios where kids might they don't do what they know to do. They not call you and say I'm going to do something where I know to do.
It's true.
Man, I
Kids
get now my
being
friend call you, so my friend with a friend and we're going so they not tell her that. Or if there's somebody up to something nefarious, say close friend, family member. I don't know. Any number could play. As straightforward as push the panic button. You know what I mean? Like you can't push the panic button. Like there's a panic button different from pick up the phone and dial. Cause somebody up to no good, they not allow you to take out a phone and dial.
Yo, bro, that's not the point.
No, I make you know
That's
something
not
else,
the
man. I
point.
talk
The
about that.
point-
I tell you, there's any number of things how a child could run in a trouble. I'm just saying I know a one-shot answer. Yes, the phone is good. No, they knock that. But I'm saying there are scenarios where even that no help. And so we have to talk to the
Yes.
children about not getting in a people's vehicle. Please, the guys
There's
say
so
not
many
to follow
things
no
we need to
friend
tell
and
them.
gotta go. Because when they up to something no good, they not tell you.
Yo, that's a common sense.
No, it's common because parents don't, a lot of parents
Steve-
don't like talk to their children, brother.
Right. I wouldn't say that's common sense.
You would think that common
What?
sense.
You need
What
to
do you
talk
say?
to your child or your children.
Yes, a lot of parents don't know how to talk to their children. A lot of parents don't
Because
talk to their
they're
children and give them
children themselves.
that proper advice. You see them picking out at school, you know, here the big bad word they
Make
fly
an
out of them
assumption
out.
and you assume that is that
Yeah,
every
you
that
think your
everything
child
and
good.
nothing.
When you see a
No, they
video, how your
don't.
picnic go on out that road. They're kids.
Okay. I don't know.
Why
Just
you
like
walk out, you come out of the
there is
village
a-
and corner, sit there and watch out so when they
there is a
picnic go on out that
simple-
road.
You can't
Yeah,
tell me
there's
what
a
you
s-
don't know. Tell me what you know.
There's a simple point where at a try make.
We understand
and
your
just
point
like
with the
yesterday,
phone. We get the
all the
point.
way around the bush for come to the
But I
point.
know one shot answer,
The
that's all
simple
I'm
point-
saying.
It is not a one. And nobody said
That's why.
it was a one-shot answer. There's many things.
But
we
I know
have
they
to
argue
do
with your point.
make it
You say you
fit.
believe that I they argue with your point. I know they argue with your point.
Yeah, but-
That is a good point. But I'm
Uh-huh.
saying parents have to talk to their children.
Oh yeah, yep. Because they are look for kids with phone. But if you talk to your kids and they don't listen to you all the time
Yeah,
anyway.
that too.
But you don't want them to go out there unprepared. Yeah, somebody want to do something wrong. The first thing they do, that grab their phone. But maybe the person could have turned on the phone or turn on a location or something before they grab. There's a lot of things that we could do, and I think that overall, with it pop down, with it try get with the bare minimum what we could do, and pray that nothing will happen. And there's a right way to do these things, One,
It
start
is with children
more
and
wardens and
with children.
comrades.
And it takes a village.
There's
So
yeah,
if
right.
we-
Come here, say there's always
if we
Yeah.
see something that is not right,
That
make it
village thing there, only seeing people do that because I got some job going out there. If you tell them pick me something, they get vexed with you.
All right, but let's go by break and then we take some calls. Right now, Casella, we're out for a break. So
Okay, Pet, let's do the break. then.
Gasele, you're supposed to be celebrating Juneteenth. What you call me for?
we'll take a break. Then we'll take some
Yeah,
of the
we'll come
calls.
back.
I want to feel. All right, we'll be right back.
Whether the job is big or small, every super handy dad needs the right tools. And at Brothers Habet and Habet, we have what you need. Enjoy super savings all June like 15% off all power tools and hand tools, 25% off track car batteries, Eureka Vats, and Pisaforte towels, 25% off Penta Decon and discontinued colors, 30% off Valspar, and 40% off Dutch Boy paints. Plus, we're giving away $200 to 6 lucky super handy dads. Every $50 you spend gets you a chance to win. So this year, give Dad his best gift yet from Brothers Habet and Habet. Come in or reach out today. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards you'll actually want: extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because it's smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, smart savings, smart you. Smart, bringing people together.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit. And you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Board Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance. Racindio, Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall. Special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Power Convention Center. Don't miss it.
right, all right, all right. All aboard, all aboard. Welcome back, man. It is 15 minutes after 10 o'clock. We back inside the
That's
morning
right.
stew. Lisa loves Steve the Groover. And we're joined by
Mr.
Mr.
Frisco.
Yes, yes. And we're joined
And
by
we have our guest online, I do believe, the one and only, the man about town, the gentleman, the Renaissance man of his time, Mr. Carlo Habet.
yes, the the role he's playing right now is the commissioner of the film exchange or something like that. Belize commissioner on the film what is it? What's the role?
Yes. Well, so thank you guys for having me, first of all, and for being so incredibly flattering. I mean, we get you everywhere. So I'm here as the Belize Film Commissioner,
Film
and
commissioner. Okay.
yeah, and the director
You
of
can arrest
the,
anybody?
no, a different kind of commissioner. We commission
Oh, yeah?
films. Yeah, I don't have that much power by a long shot, but hopefully we could be doing some nice things for the film industry. Really. So I'm here specifically in this capacity as the director of the upcoming Belize Film Exchange, which is like the marquee event of the Film Commission. We typically be processing permits for foreign films coming in, but this is a great initiative aimed at raising the professional level and standards of our local filmmakers, budding filmmakers, or students who are really looking to get into film, and this could be another step for them. As well, we're looking at professionals, let's say in the AV industry, who may be working in like marketing departments, stuff like that in big companies. So the idea is that after we're done here, they'll be certified, because the IT vet is actually certifying this course. So it's a 5-day course. Every day can stand on its own, or you could take the whole 5-day, what we call like a film intensive, which will take you from pre-production of script writing, directing, all the way to the end of like post-production and sound in your film. So it's the whole gamut.
Okay.
That is a great thing, because we do have filmmakers in Belize. We have a couple of good filmmakers in Belize. We make a lot of things with gun. I noticed that before, but I think we're changing that a bit. I know that in Crooked Tree, they filmed a movie called Dragon Wasp. And there's a lot. Yeah. So, and when foreigners and outside countries come to film movies, that could be a big income for our country, right?
Yeah, so that's actually the idea. So currently, the main thing that we do is process permits for foreign films or like series and that kind of stuff. Sometimes even YouTubers who come to Belize and want to basically film and then make profit off of that, right? So they take it back, they do the editing, they distribute it, and to use our territory, which is quite standard. You find this in every other country. They check with the Film Commission. We give them a permit. They can then use that permit to then turn around and get another permit, like from archaeology, if they want like a nice site, or if they want to go to, let's say, Pan or release it to the city council there to get another permit for locations. So we're like the sort of like the first line when it comes to these guys, and then we help them really sometimes even coordinate with like immigration, customs, labor, national security, depending if they want like escorts. So we're really focused on bringing films in, and so that's actually a great point that you mentioned too, because this is one of the reasons why we're having this exchange, is because we need more people who are skilled, who can work on these sets, right?
Yeah.
Because they have to bring in people, they bring equipment, but we want to aim for bigger films. But the main problem has been, and it's been like a chicken and egg situation, right? Is like, okay, we need more people, but we need bigger films, but we can't get bigger films until we get more people who are like certified, who can work on these sets. And it gets very technical, as you could imagine. So this is the first step. And we have some big films coming in too later this year that we're in talks with. So I'm very excited about this. And I hope too that like when these films are not here, because they have a season for filmmaking generally, that our people are going to get together and make films. And then you can see more of our Belizean identity on film and export that to the world as well, no?
You see, you should have been Belize Film Commissioner earlier, because I don't know if you realized we had a show called Bad Thing McLaugh, and I was I was a superhero lion man, and I was scheduled to be in Avengers, but for some reason, because we didn't have the film thing together, I couldn't make it to Avengers. But you're all right. Do we currently have places where suppose somebody say, all right, because I know a lot of companies when they go to do movies abroad, they scout to see do they have the technical people they need there or do they have to bring their own? You know, so, you know, it'd be good if we had, you know, key grips and lighting people and, you know, cameramen and all that sort of stuff. I think it's a great initiative, bro. Me, Frisco, at least I could act, you know. What light through yonder window break? It is the east. So, you know, if you ever need an actor, you could make we know. So this
maybe you guys could attend.
So tell us more about this course. Do you need any qualifications to take it or?
Actually, no, and I think that's what makes it unique. It is an interesting course in that you don't need previous experience. If you do have it, you will be brought up to speed very quickly anyway, and then we'll kind of go into more advanced things. So I would say definitely some interest, you know, and some previous knowledge. And I guess if you're going to sign up for this course, you probably already have that. But it's hard to say that you had any real experience in education per se with that in Belize because it doesn't exist. So that's not a requisite. So I would say, you know, just kind of bring your interest. There's if you go on the site, so to actually buy tickets, you go on nichebelize.org, and the first thing that pops up would be a little pop-up that takes you to that page that you could buy either a week-long pass or a day pass for the different days. And then every day they'll show you who the instructor is and what the different topics would be for that day. So you have an idea of like what you'd like to do. And I just wanted to kind of shout out, since I already mentioned that Niche is our really prime sponsor. They're really footing the bill and making sure that, you know, culture is something that will be, you know, people's business. And so I must give a big shout out to Niche and to our minister, Francis Fonseca, the Honorable Francis Fonseca. And well, the Film Commission is coordinating it, and we're working with some great people in Maya Loon, with Ms. Samantha Aldana, who's the lead instructor with it. And also the New Growth Industries is also coming in for a few things too. And we have the IT vet through the Ministry of Education, who is hosting it for us and is certifying the course, which again, I think is a big deal. So when people come in and they say, hey, do you have any formal experience? Do you have any, you know, here's a certificate from a like legitimate institution that shows that I know what I'm doing, no?
That's right. You mentioned that Honorable Fonseca is on the board. Can he act? Is he a good actor? Because I know them in Kerry Mala, and Mala said I'm a good basketball player, but we missed the free throw that the first game. Yes.
I don't know if I've seen Minister act, but I know he's a great appreciator of the arts and culture. But I can always check with him about that. I have a meeting with him later.
Of course, Carlo, you can put him in something.
Yeah. You know, I always
he has the time.
Yeah, I always like when you see people locally do movies. You know which movies I want to do if I could? I want to do a zombie apocalypse to Crooked Tree, where zombie come in from Blackburn into Crooked Tree gradually. That's the way I don't want to see somebody do that. But I can tell you, this is something that a lot of young people probably out there wondering where I could do, what career path would I want to take. This to me is almost like the ground floor of something that you could step into that's going to definitely get bigger, you know. And if you could get into it, you know, and start preparing now, when it blows up and movies are being made, you and the it, no, put it up, you know. I would make the call. I would definitely do it, you know.
Yeah, well, thanks. I appreciate that vote of confidence. And well, something I want to mention too is that, and as I mentioned, we're kind of aiming at people too who are working already in like maybe like the marketing field, who are producing videos, let's say for their companies. If you think about it now today too, they always say video is the new photo, and you know everything's like social media now. You know, everyone needs like rich images, and these images now are moving images. You know, so another thing we're looking at, and like I said, even for you guys too who have been in the business for a while, maybe you guys want to take something, you know. So I think even if you have a lot of experience, it could be good to go out there, you know, meet new people too. And I think I always say that, for instance, that filmmaking is the greatest team sport. You mentioned basketball a while ago. A basketball team might have 15 dudes, a coaching staff. If you look at a film at the end, there's hundreds of people coming down at the end, no? So it's a great collaboration, and I think what may be missing, it's maybe controversial, but I think what might be missing right now from our industry is the team, right? The team concept, the network of you can say, hey, well, this guy, he does grip, as you mentioned. This guy is a lighting expert. This person directs very well. This person's an excellent camera guy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then you put a team together, then you put a budget together. Oh, this person knows how to produce. I'm gonna get this person to produce for me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yes, so
That's that's a
that's getting
mindset.
rich right there.
Yeah, that's a mindset that's been bred into us for generations. That you
Of
try to do
course.
everything yourself, but more and more, you
Mm.
look at any movie out there, it's gonna have one big name up front, it's a Marvel, but at the
Mhm.
end credit, 300 names being listed, and each one of those names are very important.
Of
Yeah,
course.
And
yeah.
a lot of
Of
people
course.
might say, but they don't even say your name. Believe you me, somebody on pause,
Somebody
you
sees
could
it.
pause and say, look, I was a
Yeah.
part of that movie. It's a great thing. It's a great thing, bro.
Yes,
And
yes.
I really believe it's an opportunity for people who are unsure of what they want to do in the future, or who just want
Mhm.
to build on what they're currently doing. The other movie I
Yeah,
want to make,
yeah.
Carlo, maybe you could back me up on this, because I had this other movie. At least somebody tell me about this.
Ah,
I want to make a movie, right, about
Uh,
the second coming of Christ, right? But check
oh,
it out.
oh.
Yes, yes, big grand scale, but not a regular religious movie. I want to make a real movie, because I think that when that happens, and if the skies open up, I think that all the nations on this planet want to try to defend the earth. I honestly don't believe that everybody want, but I believe that there's going to be a major crisis. And I've never
Mm-hmm.
seen, yeah, I've never seen that movie, but I would like to see that movie. I believe that there will be people talking to heaven on phones. You can't do this. No, you have to wait till 3 years for no, nothing like that.
go with
But
it.
yes,
Yeah,
I
some
think
big concepts, I must say. Yeah.
yeah, I think it would be a cool thing, because we all, that's one of those things I always thought about. If that is true, and if that will happen, I
Mm.
don't believe that if that happened, everybody and just bow. I believe that leaders want to send fighter jets and this all kind of thing when they go on. But
Mhm.
we have never
Mm.
known to make the movie, Carlos. So me and you want to talk after this, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes, not that big budget. We need some financing for sure. I will talk to
Oh, at
some
least,
big wigs in Hollywood.
at least I'll back way up on that, no worry.
Wait, what?
Sure.
But
All
yes,
right, all right. At least I got the inheritance to wait there.
so once again, Carlo, how could people get in touch with this course again?
Yeah, so and actually, I really like the fact that in this new age, where there's all possibilities of how to do these things conveniently. But Niche also had recently, big up to Niche, launched an online platform. So you could buy tickets, like let's say for the different archaeology sites. But we have leveraged that again with the help of Niche sponsorship to also allow you to buy the passes directly online. So you can go to nichebelize.org. They've been great about promoting it too. So the first pop-up you'll find as you open the page is a pop-up that says the BFX, Believe Exchange. Click here. You go there, and there's a landing page for that where they'll explain to you what's going on. You can browse the different days to see exactly who the instructor is and what's being taught that day, the times to start and whatnot and times to end. And then you could also get a week-long pass at a discount. So it's $75 per day, and it's $300 if you buy the whole week, which is a great deal.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so you could pay debit card, credit card, you could do online bank transfer. If you really wanted to go in person to a location to get the tickets, you can also go to the Niche Admin Building in Belmopan or the Niche Admin Building in Belize City at Carriage House on Regent Street.
Yeah. I make I just say something. I watch people pay $400 for a land home for paying toenail. And they do the toenail, yes, and they paying toenail for 3 months and they stop. This is not a career. This is a legitimate career. That if you
Yes.
do well enough, one of the companies will come and say, yo, let's go in we crash, I can work with you over here.
Right?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
take this lightly, folks. This is a gift horse looking you right in the mouth. This is an
Mhm.
Yes,
Came
yes.
right to your door.
Yes.
Came right to your door.
This is an
Yeah, and
opportunity.
I want to stress that this is heavily subsidized by Niche and other sponsors. I mean, the tickets themselves are incredibly subsidized. So I mean, what you're saying is true. The value you're getting is really immense. These courses are worth so much more than what we're putting out there. But you know how it goes too. You have to pay some bills, and people need to put skin in the game too. But
Yeah.
it's definitely worth it. I could say that for sure. I mean, I have even some of my own employees are going to be going, so it's worth it.
Exactly. Look at Frisco right there. When Frisco started this show, he used to button his shirt way up like Pinguana, but watch on now, the show just there. Watch on. Because we know these things translate on the screen. Yes, especially on the big screen.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah, man.
Steve. Aye, Steve. Leave
So,
Carl
how-
alone.
How have you been, Carl? How have you been?
I know it's been a minute, a
since
hot
last
minute,
week, man.
I
Carlo. How
know,
you
I
been?
know. I've been okay, thanks. I think the last time I come on, it was about so much more boring stuff than this. So
No man,
but
when you
yeah,
come on, it's always exciting.
I'm surprised they put it on Zoom the last time I come here at the studio, you know.
I
Yeah,
But
know.
but it's
but
nice to see you guys as usual, and you guys are always excellent, I must
As
say.
usual. It's
It's,
nice to
it's
see
better
you
than
too,
nothing.
Carlo.
Yeah,
yeah,
of
what
course.
happened? The Zoom thing today was because of the electricity problem. We weren't sure how,
Oh,
stuff like that because
okay.
there is a blackout over there in Belize,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
In
okay,
certain
so
parts
okay.
of the city.
in certain parts.
Ah, okay.
So
Gotcha,
how's
gotcha.
how's the little business going?
The film
You
industry
got,
in general?
no, I'm talking about Brothers About the big place.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's still going well, thanks. Actually, I do have some things to come back on for that in the near
Yeah,
future as we're doing some
Okay.
initiatives, some more community type stuff. I don't know if you guys remember way back in the days we had the Penta Fate Up the Place competition
yeah,
with the schools.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna open that back up again when school opens in September, and I have a great coordinator I'm gonna be working with Mr. Kirkland Smith. So we hope
Okay.
to be beautifying a lot of campuses all over again with beautiful
Oh.
murals,
yeah.
extension, yeah, and
And
stimulate
and let me
the young
just
minds.
let me just say this. Like we were talking the other day about some topic, and we were saying that some people, they built a reputation that you believe them, you trust them, then some other people, they come out and oh, it's only an act, it's only this. You don't want them
Mm-hmm.
people, bro. You don't want them people. I'm gonna just big you up a little bit. Frisco and say they pull out the button and thing, but I'm gonna just big you up a little bit. Yes, you've
So
always been you've always been supported in things where we know about and things where we don't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
And your company and you personally have always tried to uplift the people. So respect to you for that. When a person like you come out and tell us something like this, we believe
Of
because you
course.
have a good track
yeah,
record behind you. You have a good track record. So keep it up. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you this and also, if I wasn't already 45 years old, hold on, sorry. Yeah. I mean, when they laugh at that. No, but I'm telling you, this is something for going to. You are meet people. You are go places that you've never been
Yes.
before. The sky is the limit.
It's an avenue for you to expand.
That's
yeah,
right.
totally, totally. Well,
Yeah.
Steve, those are extremely kind words. I respect and thanks so much for that. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to come and talk about this too, and for your vote of confidence and stamp of approval. I'm sure your followers are going to appreciate that, and I hope I get some of them to come out and expand their skill set.
Right.
Of course.
Definitely they will. Definitely they will.
Of
Well,
course.
as always, it's a pleasure talking to big people. Because yes, we have guests and then we have guests. Guests.
Of
That's right. What
course.
you mean?
Man,
Uh-huh.
I need to come on the show more often. Damn, like I think
I am
confidence
sure of
boost.
it, Carlo. Where you been, man?
Blame it. Give
Oh,
yourself.
respect. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you, Lisa, Frisco, Steve, so much, really.
You're
Once
very
again,
welcome. It's our pleasure having you
yeah.
here.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care,
My pleasure
bro.
being here. Hopefully, I see you guys maybe out there.
Of course,
You never know.
I'm gonna shout you out. I'll definitely try to make it out there for one of the nights.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Yes, and there's a mixer. Okay, so there's a networking event also at the end. It's gonna be Friday night. That's gonna be at
Okay.
Spooner's
Okay.
from 6 to 8.
Oh,
So yeah, so after it's all done, everyone in the classes can get together, mix it. Because again, too, the networking is very important. We want these people to make films. I mean, because at the end of the day, too, I'm not just trying to bring films to Belize, but I'm trying to send films out of here, to the world, and people need to know who we are. You know what I mean?
That's
So I
right.
want to raise the level, get people to work together, and let's put Belize on the map.
that's right.
Of course.
And one word of advice. No make Spooners tell you nothing about him could act. Spooners can't act save a life. No make you go in a no movie. Make you go in a no movie. That's right.
I'll tell us Steve said.
Yes. All right, Carla. Take care, bro.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Take
Respect.
care.
Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
You too. Have a great day.
Thank you,
All
Carlo.
Thank y'all.
There he
You're
is.
welcome.
The one and only Mr. Carlo Habet. That's a great thing. I like that. Because we don't like actors, Yes.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yes. That's right. So you shot me here me in Frisco yesterday. The man made a chance me of Carlo. I couldn't believe it. Yes.
All right. I'll take the opportunity. I run into a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Morning Stew, XTV Creme Radio. Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank y'all.
Peace out.
Respect.
You may not get to see me very often, but out of sight shouldn't be out of mind. I am the Belize Barrier Reef. I'm special, whether you see me from space or face to face. I can calm the angriest waves. I am a living, breathing protein factory. There's so much colorful life in all my nooks and crannies. I'm the bedrock of our economy, the lifeline of so many industries. I'm the office and the playground. But I'm a sensitive soul. All the crap you're putting into me is taking a toll. I'm reeling from the garbage, the acid, the chemicals. My temperature is rising. It's made me weak. I need to be strong. I need to be healthy. Because a healthy me means a healthy you. I'm not just a pretty place. The homes I provide for mine help you provide a home for yours. Today you see me, but what about tomorrow? I have so many secrets left to tell, but you already know the only one that matters. We are in this together.
So you done hear about how you could shop online with Builders Hardware?
It's easy and convenient. Plus, you get special deals and discounts online where you not get in at the store. Just log on to shopbuildersbz.com and pay with your Visa, MasterCard, debit or credit card. You could choose to pick up your order from the Smart Locanet at Builders or Easy could deliver for you. If that was a big thing, the Builders truck could deliver for you. If you need more information about anything, you could start chat right here online with a salesperson. We're ready to help you. No need to burn gas and waste time in a traffic. Go to shopbuildersbz.com.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Port Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be a live performance of Racindio. Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall, special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Belize Diaspora 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale Port Convention Center. Don't miss it.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
All right. Well, aboard and welcome back, man. You're locked in. 10 minutes to 11 o'clock. Dunghill Thursday. Can we get a dunghill? As we go down the hill, man. Back the coolies, hello. Steve the Groove. Yeah, there we go. In control. Yeah. All right. There's everybody, everyone.
That back wheel and broke off directly, though.
That's a good control downhill.
Oh, yes. I don't want to see the end of that.
Yeah.
All right, there he is.
Man got skills.
There he is.
Man got skills.
Man definitely good. What? And it you notice how he transition right into the mountainside?
Yeah.
You know the same clothes.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, party people.
In the world of you should have seen it coming, Tyler Perry has been accused of sexual assault.
Against a?
Well, this time it's more understandable. It's with a guy. And I felt it all along. Yes, not only, it was a guy. I know what Tyler Perry's defense was.
What?
It was only light flirting. Ooh, that I hit right there. That's two words where a man would have never used. Light flirting. So there you have it. You see, Tyler Perry, we've always said Tyler Perry, like bad mouth black man. And you know, movie there, all the Tyler Perry movies make black man look terrible. But the white man he made the quoting. So we they find out that way they go on with Tiller Perry. Yeah. Anyway, that
Leave him.
One other thing where I want to talk about, I hear how Israel the holla for 30 years. Israel the holla Iran the 2 weeks away for having nuclear weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Then the holla this one Netanyahu here me black Netanyahu, and it's Netanyahu that the only one. But it look like you got to Israel bunker and see how far than that, because even the IAEA not said that.
They don't want to say that.
They don't see it. They went there and they don't see nuclear weapons. But I can tell you the funny thing about
there is a
this.
but. Mm-hmm.
Like it always is. They don't want no nuclear weapons in the Middle East. You know who has nuclear weapons in the Middle East?
Who?
Israel. And that goes against the UN regulation. Israel hasn't signed the National Proliferation Treaty that Iran signed. Israel didn't sign it. Israel doesn't allow inspectors to come and inspect their nuclear facility like Iran does. And people might say, that's not fair if you're thinking correct. But then you might ask yourself, but why would Iran want nuclear weapons? Well, Ukraine gave up their nuclear weapons. They were immediately invaded. Saddam Hussein gave up nuclear weapons.
He never did have no nuclear weapon.
Or chemical or whatever. He gave it up, but he was invaded and killed. Gaddafi gave up, I think it was chemical and nuclear dreams, and he was invaded, raped, and killed. You know, North Korea, who worse than all of them, have nuclear weapons, and they have never been invaded. So if you are Iran, you are looking around and saying, wait a second, the devil regime of Israel have nuclear weapons and they don't want I got, and all these countries around me that had and gave up, they got invaded. I know I give up none. I know, you know, and you could understand that. Well, and if the people of the world not see the blatant racism and what's going on right now down there is a genocide, then try kill anything where nor as light as
the
they
Middle
are.
East has always been a point of contention. There's one issue or the next throughout all the years.
That's because some crazy Jews write one book 2,000 years ago. When people
Whatever be
still
the
believe.
case, there's all that era is always unstable. I don't know. But anyway, G Mike, ask G Mike if he give up a nuclear weapons. G Mike, what up?
Morning. Where you going?
Hi, G Mike.
Here on the talk that I did about who to listen or who want to listen when they want to call. Make and hector away half eat man want to run and grab phone. But listen to no. I don't know if Groove will hear me, but I got one issue I want to take up with Groove. Among some couple of things, no? Because Groove said two are not a choice. And
no, it's not.
And I know a group people listen to your rasta. Two have to be a choice. You want to choose one or the other. You say two are not a choice, only but three or more. We talk about political parties for the country, no? But
G-Mike, you are way too smart. You are way too smart to be playing Debbie on the phone now. You know exactly what I mean. Two is not a choice.
Now we are saying. Well, listen to me. The weapons of mass destruction, Colin Powell could have been a hero, gone down as one dunce and in ill repute. Was simple boy that lied to the world. And when you look at how much lives it cost, nearly 1 million Iraqis and 450,000 U.S. soldiers came back in body bags. Now then the fellow the sheer lie, man, they tell the sheer lie. You see the thing with Netanyahu where they show you for what? In the 90s, he talk about this one got weapon, that one got weapon, and he's not the only one with weapon over there. So he really
listen to the show then.
The man I want to talk to you about that this boy Budna make I laugh, boy. This man got talent, you know. This boy, I don't know what he do, but he got a flair. He got you know, you see the one where it's about not call you sir. Then he got one next one where he dance. The boy got skills and all he need a good producer and director and group. There's your calling, brother. Go fix up the man and get the man and start on.
Am I calling that for swat you down with them bad ideas where you got? Because you know exactly where to talk about. If you have two choices,
we want to go back one day. You're not done. All right. Go ahead.
I hit you the way how you bring the first topic. If you only have two parties to choose from, one party know I only have to sit down there for 1, 2, maybe 3 terms and I want to get back in. They know they'll get back in because there's no other. If you have three,
that's not what you said, brother. You said
listen to
two
me.
is not a choice. You need two because two are either or. Did you say that?
You know, well, when I write things, G Mike, it's usually for people who think, you know, if you can't think, you'll fly over your head. You know, but what I'm saying, you know where to say. If there are 3 parties, one of those parties might not get in for the rest of their life because there's a third option. But when there's only 2, you know time longer than rope. You want to get in.
But you still have a choice. One out of the 2. Better have 2 even. But 2 is still a choice. 2. All
right then. Well, it is my choice that we go on to the next topic. What on the next topic where I'm to say now?
Are you sticking to what you said? Are you sticking to that 2 is not a choice?
Just for spite.
There's literally speaking and figuratively speaking.
Just for spite you, I'll stick to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How you like them?
Have a nice day, people.
Thank you,
I love you, Mike. I love you, G Mike.
All right, G Mike, put down their nukes, G Mike. Put down their nukes.
Yes. I love G Mike. G Mike,
you got too.
Yeah. G Mike is a very intelligent person.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're an intelligent person, you like spar. And every now and again you'll spar. And the thing when G Mike I admit is that I intelligent to G Mike. That's how I used to the thing to spar, good man. But yeah, Lisa, you know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 is a choice, but it's a limited. Yeah, it is a limited choice. It is, you don't have no room for movement with 2. It's either back and forth. But if there's a third, you could make a different design. It doesn't have to be back and forth. If you have something else, and out of those three, everybody have to do good because they realize I may not get in. They don't have to vote for me. There is a third. And that's
Right.
simple.
Yeah, but you can't wish it into existence. It does not exist.
Right. Well, we are not wishing it. We are hoping because the third parties are out there. And I don't know if then they do some kind of high-tech secret meeting in some bunker underground. But we not hear nothing from them. And this is war and politics and love and religion.
Yes.
Now that the time for strike. Your opposition is weak. They may not come
yes,
together.
But there is not, again, you speak as if though it's there, it's not. There's no such thing as a viable third party with 31 candidates ready to roll. That's the
Do we
I-
need 31 candidates?
You don't
not
need
there.
31 candidates.
Okay.
You don't need 31 candidates, but enough we mind we were brainwashed to believe you do.
Well, you
but
said that there.
that's not the point.
That's not the problem why
We
they
have-
never get in because they don't want to make
Yeah.
themselves viable. They don't want you want to believe in isms there and schisms there. But if people,
we have all the makings of a third party.
but it doesn't
We have-
exist.
Remember Voltron? was
Yes, but
the-
it doesn't exist.
the
You're
five
talking
tiger.
like it's there.
We got all the parts.
You make it sound like the
the
indictment on the people that they're not going to third party. No, the
It's
third
an-
party, they don't exist. There
Anyway,
are
let me-
splinters here and there, and people put their name up.
Mhm.
But if you follow beliefs and politics, you either go with the floor or you go without.
Look, I tell you something. We that we own worst enemy.
Again-
And again with the third parties.
Which third party you won't
have
vote for this next
They
election?
have one third party. You don't like G Mike.
No,
You
but
don't
it's
like
a
Wesley.
nice idea, but
What
it
I'm
doesn't
saying is this,
exist.
We have
You have, but it
about
don't
4
exist.
or 5. Aye.
Until
have
it
about-
exists.
We're going to do this again today.
Until it exists.
The guy no want to talk. We
Why you
have
talk all the
about
while about a
5
third party? eh?
We have about 5 different small third parties out there. And I lean more towards third parties than I do
That's nice.
with the PUDP. But the problem is where I started thing to call out is that though we have these little faction, that not work. They need to come together. We got everything
That we
to do.
know. That
But
we
they
know.
don't want to do it. No, the problem is, why don't they want to do it? Why don't they see that this is the time? And I ask that as an indictment to the third parties.
Yes, but why?
Because if they don't see that now is the time to move, then how could we trust them to say lead the country if they don't see the perfect time
Yeah,
to
but you
come
can't
together
move
now?
if you're not engaged. Man, then two parties that have decades been through the mill. They have decades
more
of
than
trial
two.
and error. One,
Yeah,
whoever
there's
did
more
it
than
right
two.
now, no, they're not ready. I know they say they are
Yeah.
never ready. I know they say, take one leader away and say, well, we need to pull 31 people together and at least contest. We know they said that can't happen. But until then, it don't happen yet. And take the same length of time, I think. Or at least some length of time, then I'll pop up with it right now. I don't think they. Just like Mr. Barrow made a try if you do a thing in the election there. And you see how that fall down. Man never show up. People get voting. Well, don't get voting. People just get endorsed in. Because they're not ready. So until they're ready, you have to stand the test of time. And ready not come because you think of it. Ready come for work.
Yep, you got to work for it.
Really?
Ready come
Yeah,
for
okay,
work.
very good.
You don't
I
have to
wanna
work
say-
for it, Steve. What are you saying?
My girl,
man?
me can tell you, Sonny. We act like when somebody get the name minister front on it, like they was always bona fide. Like they was always the pater familia, and they weren't. The majority of the minister before they became minister, and I know they talk about just now, I had to talk for when you had NIP, for when you had PUP. None of them barely had clout. None of they had an idea. They had an idea that they presented to the people that the people say, yeah, we there with you. But none of them were no big name, nothing. So when we just say we want one third party, but we want people who are pretty, people who got one pedigree, No minister had my pedigree.
Now you
for
didn't
the
say that.
herb
Nobody
therapy.
said that.
Who saying
Who
that?
said that? Nobody said that.
That because you study things.
Nobody said that.
We don't know none of that. They valid and
No, they have to make themselves known.
yeah. But yeah.
Nobody say have to be
We all know
nothing.
that.
I said they have to get organized.
I want to say good morning going out to Herman Young because Herman says, Steve, on a penny you have two options, heads or tails, but the value remain the same. That's exactly what I'm telling them. It doesn't have the value of a nickel, which would be another choice. And that's the way we know to get. We think that the only option are heads or tails. We have been indoctrinated to that. We have been indoctrinated to believe that unless you get $50, you don't get nothing else after that. You know how much people election gone and still don't get the money? We like talk like if it's a beautiful thing going on and anything outside will hamper it. No, it's not. It's a lousy thing going on. And anything will happen could improve it. But we know there's nothing about
But
that.
again, it doesn't. That's what you got.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
like,
That's
just
right.
like in America, you got the two leading parties. You hear about any third party when you see any third color there on the big screen there when election.
My boy, who is the most vocal person right now? The foreign, what independent? Bernie Sanders.
I know they asked
is
that.
an independent.
Well, Bernie,
You
right
just
there.
asked me that.
Well,
You
Bernie,
just
go.
asked me that. Yes.
But
Anyway,
when you
ladies
say the
and
big,
gentlemen,
when you say the billboard with the who the lead, you see red and blue. Now they said they no can't exist. But again, we don't. We the talk as
My
if
boy,
though
you have
the
bought
we
into
the
it.
talk as if though we got a viable third party.
we don't.
They have to get
Nobody
it. They
said
have to
we
get
have
it together,
viable.
man.
We
They have to get it
don't.
together. Nobody said
Yeah.
they have to get it together.
That is exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
We don't have a viable third party. They need to get together.
But
and come
until
together.
then, all the people
Yeah.
they have, in many cases, that red or blue.
Yes. Reverse girl or a doggy.
However
That's
you
it.
look on it, however cynical you look on
Anyway.
it, or however serious you look on it, that's the way people look on when they go cast their vote.
Well, one thing I know we could agree upon, that is 7-Eleven, baby.
Lexi
And
don't help you at
parsley.
all, boy. Lexi,
Parsley. 50 lashes. 50 lashes. Yeah. You know what that looked like right there, the 7-Eleven thing?
What does it look
It looked like Starship 36 last night on the launch pad. Blow up.
Hey,
Blow
yo.
up. Yo, blow up the pad, blow up the ship, blow up with chance to get to Mars this month.
There was a lot of
All
fire.
kind of things. Yes.
That was a lot of fire.
That was amazing. And the sad thing about it is that they found video of the last time the ship got up and explode, Flight 9.
Yep.
One of the engines literally blew out of the Starship. They took a picture of the engine next to Starship, blew out of Starship completely. Said, "Me don't go on this ride." Now, last night or yesterday, they were doing a test. Yeah, they were doing a test firing of Starship 36, which was going to go up on June 29th. Sorry, end of this month. And they said that while they were fueling it up, they noticed anomalies, which I'm surprised they continued. They noticed that it wasn't venting correctly. They noticed a few things. And next thing you know, boom, bang, boom, pop away. Big fireball. Nobody get hurt, but a lot of dreams got killed last night.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So anyway, you want to feel bad, but the Elon Musk. So you don't want to feel too bad. But still, it's a science. Prime Minister Modi is tough at Donald Trump. So much so that Donald Trump left the G7 meeting after vouching for Russia that they should be in. He left because he didn't want to meet Prime Minister Modi because he had you see Donald Trump, they do one scam with crypto coins that's based in Pakistan. Pakistan and India, they were on the brink of war. Donald Trump had nothing to do with the peace deals that was brokered. India did a military action. Pakistan said, all right, that's enough. We good. They came up and they signed a deal. And Trump came up and want to know how come nobody not give him credit for brokering this deal. And Prime Minister Modi tell him plain, You had nothing to do with this, and we are talk about this on Tuesday. So just like Her Majesty, just like Donald Trump, he get up and he go on Monday. No, I talk to Modi. You know, so Modi's press secretary, this Trump said, "Oh, Modi, they were calling for a visit to the White House." Modi said, "Hell no, we never asked for none. We don't want none. Stop the lie about we." And if you check out where they go on with Modi and them, you will see a lot of things. Trump's biggest thing is that he had an erection yesterday. I mean, he erected 2 flagpoles. I mean, he erected 2 flagpoles with the biggest flags ever, the most magnificent.
Somebody's on the line. Crab, hello, what up?
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning.
I am looking seriously at the economy of Belize. And I began last night by seeing what is happening in my home. For quite a while, I have not been buying avocado, pear, because I have my trees there.
You did not buy one?
For quite some time, I have not been buying mango, because my tree has been loaded, or at least provides every year.
Don't take that issue off of me now.
2025, I do have 1 pear, 1 mango on my trees. So I look at it on a wider scale, what is occurring to the many families in my area at least, whose trees are not bearing. Their economy has been damaged because there are many people, I know that for a fact, that eat avocado in the morning, avocado midday, and avocado in the evening. So that replaces having to buy eggs, meat, name it. Okay, that's on a second phase of the nation. Now the entire nation at this moment is in crisis. Sugarcane is in bad shape, and the minister has said it yesterday. Bad shape because there's a disease called yellowing, whatever it is. The roads are very in bad shape. With 1 rain, they can't go into the fields anymore. I saw a tractor with 2 little rains. They say the tractor wheels are spun with these big rubber wheel tractors. So the cane right now is in bad shape, and the government has admitted it. We have, for example, the other one, the citrus. The citrus is dying. So now Mr. Hugh O'Brien, the expert in agriculture, has offered to make a beginning to salvage citrus. Citrus was a huge industry, I tell you. When I was there as the overseer in my young days, we were exporting up to 8 million boxes of oranges and grapefruits and juice concentrate. It's not there. The banana is so fragile that the biggest orchard in banana has shut down. That is the Mr. John Zamane. He died, I think, yes. And his field just done, the biggest grower is not producing bananas. And we can go down the people in Toledo, the fires destroy the cacao badly. So there will be a shortage of cacao for the export market. The fishing industry is no longer what we knew. Exporting millions of lobster, conchs, fish fillet. I remember the cooperative in San Pedro, the cooperative in Kikaka, the one in Belize City behind City Council, one in Placencia. Those are no building. And small industries like the papaya industry in Corozal that just died. And so I am seeing that our industries, and that's our dollar earners, are not yielding. So when I saw the figure that we are importing, I forget how many millions, and yet we are only exporting about 40 million. What does that mean for the ordinary folk? It means that we will not have sufficient dollars to buy what we need, so the country gets into debt. The final one is that when the country gets highly in debt and there is no income coming in, oh, and by the way, the 3 cruise ports have died. The one at State Bank, Portico died, and the one for Astor died. 3 promising ports that would have increased cruise tourism, that's gone. So I am not trying to argue against the economists and say, no, we are in a really good shape. I don't see that in my ordinary way of thinking, that I will be $200 poorer this year because I don't have avocado and mango for my consumption. So I am just throwing this at the people that whoever it is, the economy is not good. Our debt is pretty high. National debt is pretty high. It is 2.9 billion, I think, or something like that, plus loans that have been being acquired. So I leave you at that fragile state of our economy. And please, Jesus, God, stop any hurricane from coming to Belize.
That's what we could do.
Very bad shit. So this is my contribution today. Not being trying to be a prophet of doom, but we must begin to realize what is hurting us in our back and in our belly. Thank you very much.
Right.
Right. Important.
In our back and our belly too.
Yes.
We live and we lie.
We're done, Hector, but I think that we're living in a changing time. I heard that a few thousand years ago, the Sahara Desert was a green forest with rivers and lakes and animals and things. But times, climates and stuff, and I believe that a lot of things were, or not a lot, but there's probably a few products where we used to grow big here that probably won't be able to be grown here again. And it not only in Belize, it's about everybody around that latitude with how we there. There's climate set to grow certain things, and if it changed by a couple of degrees, hamper those growth. That's what happened with the banana right now. For some reason, then it changed. And the only thing I think we could do is be aware of the changes and do what we could do. Because if you notice, like your papaya strain not about again, there's another strain of papayas that might work, or another strain of bananas that might work. So the export thing, we shouldn't export if we don't have food security at home. We shouldn't be exporting food abroad and then have to turn right around and import things to eat. So, I mean, it's a simple common sense thing.
Yeah. Yo, that's all. What up?
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, what's the
word? A lot of stuff that Don Hector said is true. Hey, Doc, how you doing? I'm in the doctor office. Let me call you right back. He came in. I'm going to call you back.
What? The man called me, tell me I call me back. He might as well tell me, hold on, I come back. No, hang up, I come back. Yeah. Yo, Sean Connery. Sean Connery told Pierce Brosnan, he said, a book fell off and hit me on the head. Pierce Brosnan says, how did that happen? Sean Connery says, I only have myself to blame.
What is wrong with you?
I only have myself to blame.
Leave Sean Connery alone.
Yes, that's right.
Leave him.
Yep. But Sean Connery said, don't worry about our fruits. Sean Connery said, citrus should start selling soon. That's right.
Son?
Yes.
There is a special place for you.
If you trust.
I'm going to.
Did the public officers return to the PGIA today?
Did they?
I don't know. That's been the talk. Gotta confirm.
Oh,
I
for
know.
real?
They said yesterday, we will be back.
Yeah, they may boot up Flower's vehicle. I wonder how he get out.
I guess he paid
see,
his money.
I gotta tell you what I like about this whole thing.
What do you like about it?
Dean said, I just got it to pick up somebody. I just go out to pick up.
Who is to say that is not the truth?
What?
Who is to say that is not the truth? Where is the lie?
I don't know, but I don't
Good.
know. A lot of
Good.
was there a lot of people got pick up. They're like when the teacher said, my car shut down right from by the road. That next thing I know, three other cars shut down too. I mean, we know that where they go on. I know the teachers and them. But again, you really have to be careful about where and when you do certain things because it's easy for the public opinion to sway. Mine won't, but public opinion could sway if they start being inconvenient.
Okay, Crime News Center said no.
Say what?
No, I asked if they went back today.
Oh, okay. Well, thank goodness they didn't. Thank goodness they didn't.
There's a press conference probably that's going on. As part of
so
the
like
NTUC.
everybody to support the Frisco.
Support
why
who?
Lisa Freeze there with that pretty smile on her face? Yes, I think she did.
Yeah.
But yeah. What am I say just now before Lisa Freeze?
No. So they're holding a press conference as part of the NTUCB broader event. So yeah. So no, they have not. Somebody has asked, but no, they have not.
But it seems like they have a whole bunch of other workers supporting them. Like hospitality and stuff like that. It's not only their union. There's a whole bunch of other workers that are going to be. They already gave their 21 days notice. And
That's the PSU.
Yeah. But there's a lot of other workers, and I have to check the news story again. God, I thought I'll do it in a segment today. But other people, they join it too, because like they are saying, we not only fight for we don't get this a benefit to it too. So that's what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Terrible. People got to do what you got to do, bro. Got to stand up for your rights.
Let me see here. Somebody's on the line. Creme, hello? Hello, Creme. Yeah, what's up?
Hello, bro. Them did it this morning.
Okay, I know they have a press conference, so I don't know how we did.
They did it this morning, you said?
Okay, but they're not there now.
No, they did a press conference. Very big protest day.
Alright. Yeah, alright.
Well, that's that. Well, hopefully they get this worked out soon. Yeah. Hopefully they get all of these taken care of. I want to say good morning, going to Villa Boscardi. What? Where they are. Israel. Israeli hospital was hit by an Iranian missile strike. I will file that under the category of who cares? You started it. How you want to start one war and then complain when they fight back? How you going to kill innocent civilians and then complain when yours dead? How you going to bomb hospitals and schools and complain when yours get bombed? In the words of a great Belizean, try for me.
All right. Also, what was in the news yesterday? Cancer Society had a whole press conference thing yesterday. Launches strategic plan. Men's Health Forum as well. That's to be held in July. Men, we don't like to.
We don't like health.
Yeah, we don't like health at all. Check into health. And what they're saying is the men not go check up And so many times when they do find out they have cancer, it's always at a late stage. Right.
Yeah. But tell me something.
Let me get the name.
Tell me something. They can't tell if you have cancer by a blood test.
I don't know.
Like if they,
I don't know.
Yeah, because if they take your blood test and they realize that your T count high or something like that, there's some ways to tell by taking your blood whether or not you have other things. And when they do these screening, I mean, I don't think there's a way where you could get instant readings back from blood result. But when they go and they do these health clinics about the place, maybe that's something when they should have do. Because we know men no going. So if men no going, carry it today.
Yeah.
You know, if it's possible.
Yeah, but if you're not sick, you're not going to that neither. So.
No, true. No, but look for me the other day. We got drop a lane and coming back, we passed the health fair. And we just stopped in and I gave away the whole rundown. Check my aisle, rotate my tires.
But that good?
Everything.
Yeah, that good.
Yes.
Well, many people afraid of it. You know, many men are just bypass that.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. I mean, I don't know how the whole thing works. I guess one blood test could give you one initial thing. Then I say, well, I have to do some follow up to see what this mean. And
exactly. Yeah, that's the way I think happened. Because like I know that when women have issues like that, before they tell you have cancer, there's like 2 or 3 different tests they do to find out what different things might be. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. So yeah, they say they plan to be more active. President of the BCS, Kim Simplice Barrow.
Mm-hmm. Might I say, Miss Kim Simplice Barrow is looking lovely as ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What you got? Lisa gone with the girly word?
Yeah, she went through her cancer scare also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. All right. Well, we can do the girly word if you want.
Also too, and I don't know, these things happen too, and I figure a lot more people, and I don't know the rate of that, and I don't know, and I have no data.
It happened more than the report, though, bro.
Not that.
Where to talk about?
Not that.
Where to talk about?
Like this week, like several people I know aren't here anymore. And I don't know what. But in many of these cases, I do believe that either stroke or heart attack.
Yeah. Well, I thought we eat that Frisco.
That's why I don't know whether the data.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago as to how many people died from heart attack or stroke compared to.
They said heart attack was one of the biggest killers.
Right.
I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are dead from. Right? Like people will say, and you hear the talking like, well, no, a silent killer, a lot of people. I don't know how that works. Blood clots. I don't know, because you know how it goes. People throw it back to COVID and say this and that. And I don't know the data that like, is it a thing like in a length, people think things happen in a length because the length, meanwhile it happened all year wrong. You get where it come from?
I know.
Well, a lot of
look at it like that. Yo, all our listeners out there, I want to play for Johnny Ling for me, please. Because Johnny Ling right now, they head for upstairs, they head for downstairs. Hear what Connie Ling say.
Johnny
Ling say, Johnny said that Groove say I hear the testing getting easier to do, They could do it in under an hour. He said one old man went for a physical with his wife to the doctor, and the doctor asked for a urine sample, a blood sample, a fecal sample, and a sperm sample. His wife said, just get your underwear, babes. That's a chance.
Everything is on there.
Everything there right there.
That is terrible. Oh,
no.
I can't believe it. Oh, that is terrible. Yo, Casale, what up? Casale, where you at? Monday,
yo,
nothing come out.
Unas, that laptop was spoon. Boy, I can tell you something. You see why I have to go out as Spooners and G Mike? I have to go out as Spooners and G Mike because they chance me, you know. Here where Spooners was sent to me. Yes, I use blood test for prostate, but I heard you like the traditional finger test. Yes, you know. That, of course, you know, that means war.
Fight talks.
Yeah, but that's why a lot of men don't go, because a lot of men feel like it's still that old-fashioned way that they do it.
But there is a blood test.
Yeah, there is a blood test, but truth of the matter is when they tell you that blood test that they date. Because they might, that blood test is just the date. You know, you might still, when they come home from dinner, you might still get rangered because that thing still have to go up there. I remember that catch me at church. I got a church, and I did at church to learn about the good God. And next thing I heard, and they give a free prostate exam downstairs. And I know that my state, me, you know, a pro condition, so I didn't feel like I may want to go. But Yvette, they tell me, no, you need to go. And I got a next thing I know, I did it like, you know, I'm praying position with some man who look like he had cucumber for fingers. They try to tell me, breathe in. And I'm breathing. You going to hell. Anyway, they don't do that no more.
Okay.
They don't do that no more. Unless they have to.
Let me send a shout out to Karen Sharon Banner.
Yes.
From Rita May. What's up?
Hello.
All right, let's see. Who is this?
Karen Banner me send some seeds for Dana plant, you know, I'm planting for true.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, what up, Casale? Go ahead, sir.
Did you take a prostate exam?
Hello. Again, babe. You can't check all the man, so it's kind of know.
The man run out of credit, but you know what I tell you, man. Call her.
Yeah, something up with the fella. So
people run out of credit too, you know, parent. Think that play.
Mr. Kendis.
Mr. Cass A.L.E.
Yes, leave the phone alone, sir. All right, there we go.
Is this the...
Yeah, what up?
Casa
You know,
what up?
I was hearing Don Hector talking about the situation now.
You still call me, man. Hang up the phone.
And a lot of these trees... Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm going to call you back. Let me check out my doctor. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, what? Oh, can you get a prostate exam right now? Right now, I tell you.
All right.
So why would you call if you're at the doctor? Damn.
Hey, second time call and say the same thing. Like, I don't know.
If you want to hear when it holla.
I feel like we're in the Matrix right now. I don't know.
As a labor, the man want to know after they go through a test that he's not afraid. He's not afraid. He didn't take it. That's right. Take it like a man, Castle.
I'm waiting for you two to take it.
What?
You heard what I said. I did not stutter.
Did
I stutter? No.
I checked my state. I know there are certain things, well, you know, but I have to tell you the truth. Where people have to understand for real. I literally know people that look healthy. They do things healthy. And they go to the doctor because something wrong, and next thing you know, they had stage 4 cancer and 3 months to live. And this was somebody that looked completely healthy. But what we didn't know was that they were having warning signs before that. There were quite a few warning signs that came before that. But again, they didn't believe in going to the doctor. They wanted to use herbal remedy. I'm going to tell you something. Herbal remedy is nice. Herbal remedy is nice. You know, herbal remedies, when you're a healthy person, herbal remedies are good. You just take them and you maintain. But there are times when you get in some major serious problem where I think you'd need to go. And a lot of herbalists will tell you, check with your doctor.
Mm-hmm. They would tell you that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's not everything you are put in a herbs. Check. And this was one of the people who believe in a herb. They know this leaf good for that bark good for this, that. Yes, but which one ain't good for cancer? You know, so there are certain things where you're not play with, man. There are certain things where you're not play with, you know, because when you get those diagnoses, you look back and you figure every opportunity that you had to correct it and you didn't. So when you get them thing, check it out. Check it out.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. But yeah, you know, I bet you know several
Marlon
people...
say if you want, Marlon said no wonder Castle panting like one dog.
I need to answer Casale call no more. But yeah, man. Several people I know, they're just out.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta send my condolences to Mr. Crawford family, man. But I where I know. Yeah. They just get by, the man died. Like, yo.
Condolences, man.
Life is a funny thing, bro. Life
I
is
used
a
to drive
funny
taxi.
thing.
I used to work in at the public service where we run taxi the other day.
Mm-hmm.
A person, cool dude, man. I mean, like 1 minute you're here, and next minute you're not.
Of course.
That is one of the things about the pleasure of having a long life. Because you realize, I know Frisco right now feel like you're 25, even though he's 57. I know me, I feel like I'm 30, even though I'm 45. Lisa still took 22, even though she's 30. But the thing is, aging now, a thing will happen so gradually that you don't realize that you're aging really until your companions around you or the people that you grew up with start disappearing one by one, and you realize, oh, I'm in that run. Because I remember when I'm younger, when you hear about somebody 50 idea, oh, that's a whole people, photo life nearly done.
When you hear somebody died, it's like Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so. It's like my granny people, my granddads.
Man say ready. Hold on, my guy. Okay. All right, this is your third chance. 3 strikes are out. Go there.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Was it painful?
Yeah, let me talk, Master. I can't even hear you in the background over there from Crooked Tree. You know what, Don Hector is right. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the citrus industry, I work with my family in the industry. From the 70s and 80s, we are still producing the same trees. Those trees should be upgraded. Like I told you guys a year ago, the average tree is 33 years for an orange tree. When you go from mile 7 to mile 10, 11, it looks like an orange tree graveyard. It's just covered with weeds and everything, so these trees are not bearing like they used to bear. And especially with this type of diseases going on right now, it's causing it worse not to grow. I see BW brother posting some pictures with some orange on the streets back of Melinda. I help at that farm back of Melinda Road when BW was in America. I helped with that, thousands of trees on that road. That farm is pretty good, but the farms on the Hummingbird Highway from mile 6 to mile 33, those are old trees. Those trees are 33, 43 years old, so you won't get the same mass production of oranges right now. You feel me?
Yeah, I hear you. Did you feel that test just now?
Yeah. But, I can't, but yeah. Another thing, when it comes to the kids going home at 11:30 or 12 o'clock, a lot of kids don't go home for a whole hour. They're walking on the streets because they know there's no food at home. And they're walking on their break. Miss, can I get $1? Can I get $2? So they might have to be accountable or figure out who's just wandering on the streets during their lunchtime. It happens a lot in Dangrega. I feed kids 12 o'clock, 11:30. They're not going home. They're looking for food to eat. They're hustling at a young age. So we got to do better when it comes to the kids with the feeding program. Because like I said, some kids don't go home to walk 2 miles. Their mom said, don't go home at 12 o'clock. Go home 3 o'clock. There won't be no food here waiting for you. And that's the reality of what's going on in Belize right now. AKA Castelli, I'm out.
I'm out. You see, that's the thing where that's a very good point. Because right here at Crooked Tree, we know that we have kids where might not eat a meal like everyone else does. And one of the things that I have always proposed is a free lunch at the school. Mm-hmm. Take the money that Audubon is contributing to the village council that does nothing with it and contribute directly to the school so that kids don't have to leave the school. you know that even if the kid didn't eat breakfast in the morning,
they're
guaranteed a lunch in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It might be the only meal they get for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And our education, our Ministry of Education is doing a fine job. I know I'm not bad. But there's more that could be done.
What is it that they do with the money from Audubon, and how much money does Audubon contribute?
I think Audubon gives like 8 cents on every dollar, which first of all, I think is very, very low. I believe because the amount of money that they pull in from promoting Belize and stuff like that, they could give more money. But that's not even the point. Let's say the money that they're giving now could go directly to the school. That way, when anybody say, well, where Audubon they do?
This is what they're doing.
Well, besides protecting the area, we're also contributing to the school lunch program.
Right.
You know, and I'm hoping that if anybody out there from Audubon is listening, you give me a buzz. Give me a buzz, 622-3901. Because I think that you guys do provide a service. I think that you guys do a good job. But I think that a lot of time, the monies that you do give to the village sometimes get squandered or we don't know what happens to it. So if you were to put it directly into the school, you would have something concrete to say, this is what we are doing in the village of Crooked Tree. So yeah, but we were waiting for your beautiful girly word, Miss Love.
Oh, for real?
Yes, we were. How you mean?
Oh, Wendell, good morning. And Rick, good morning, guys. They are out in Yabaro, guys.
Yabaro.
Yeah, boy. Good morning also to Myra. So here is your girly word. It says, and this is very important. Notice the people who make an effort to stay in your life.
Exactly.
Notice the people that make an effort to stay in your life.
And you know something, ladies and gentlemen, Lisa know the position she has in my life. Because I got news yesterday.
It was the day before.
The day before that told me not tell nobody.
Right, and I will hurt you.
Don't tell nobody. And guess what happened? I hang up the phone and call Lisa right away. Right away, Lisa. I can't tell you this, but yeah. Remember that? Remember?
Yeah.
Lisa tell me no post up nothing, no post up no. I said
I told him, I said not everybody's happy for your good news. So
yeah.
But
you see,
now we have the first part of the man's perspective, but carry on. I'll take my
Yes, but you see what things like that should tell you is that Steve really, even though he talk like a fool, Steve really hold me in a high esteem because you were the first person I called. Anyway.
But I know that. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
I know that. Thank you, honey. And I love you for that.
The same way how I hold you in a high esteem, I don't want you to hold me so.
But I always do.
Yeah, true that. Anyway, this was said by Lao Tzu.
Ooh,
Lao Tzu. Yes. Lao Tzu says, care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner.
It's true.
Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. And I want to tell you something. I know exactly what that means because there's a lot of times when, on this stew right here, there's a lot of time when words come out of my mouth, and I just said to myself, man, I wonder what I say, who I think about this, what this one I say about that. But it doesn't matter because if I think about that, then I won't be able to say the truth. I won't be able to be impartial. I want always to try give something with a slant to it. And I try not to. So even though it's important what people think of you, you have to, when you speak truth, you can't worry about what people think. Just speak the truth, let the chips fall where they may, and apologize later if you have to. Yo.
You try not to apologize, but I totally understand what you're saying.
Why would your ass message me and tell me that I just want ugly way? So I tell her, well, make a ugly way then. and then he tell me I am full of crap too. Now where they go on with him?
Baby that does no wrong.
I didn't tell
Well,
you.
of course not. I don't believe a word you say.
Talk to your ass for me. Talk to your ass.
I am.
Oh. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got the second part of the man's perspective.
Yes,
For that, we
the
go
second
to
part.
the lovely and talented Mr. Frisco.
All right, so challenges men face, right? Where
Challenges men
did we
face.
stop? And there's mental health stigma, there's workplace stress, balancing family and career. Financial pressure is where, that good old financial pressure.
That's the thing.
Yes. All right. Body image issues is one of the major things that affect men. Body image issues. Men face the increasing scrutiny regarding body image and physical appearance due to what? Media influence, what you see on the television. Social media and advertising often portray unrealistic standards.
It's true.
Leading to self-esteem issues. I had a show last week. Not this week, last week. And, we spoke about it on the freaking Tuesday. And all the ladies were like, well, we don't want no big belly man.
Yeah.
That's a pressure because then every man got the time if you go to the gym. Because of everything else, look, when you eat, go right there, belly first. There you go first, right?
That's right.
And so now, then ladies who want, they don't want no big belly man. Right, Big City?
and usually
So,
when you don't want, the way you end up with
that one direct indictment on what we talk about. All of my ladies, maybe they're on the show, I love all the ladies. But the first thing they say, they want tall man and they don't want no big belly man. But is it a realistic expectation to have all these flat belly men walking around?
Yeah.
Suppose we say we want a woman when I wear fake hair, when I wear fake eyelashes, when I wear fake nail polish and fake toenail. The only one where I walk around that Lisa love.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, but this is one of the challenges that men go through. So
Thank you.
and this leads to self-esteem issues and unhealthy habits like men will start do dramatic things so that they could conform to what is expected.
Like exercise.
Extreme dieting and things like that. No, exercise is not bad. That's good if you do that.
Oh, that's good.
But
That's extreme.
But it's still a
Back in the day, Frisco, we never had gym that believes. Back in the day, when you see somebody that gym, that either one boxer or Mr. Believes the train. Man never got a gym just for got a gym.
Just to say I'm going to the gym.
That time it work. Because your work alone kept you in a shape.
Yeah, the work. Yeah, a lot of manual labor. Men had to do, but so leading to these self-esteem issues. Men have to conform to these ideals, and this can result in body dysmorphia and other related disorders. It's a real thing. Body image issues. So these are some of the challenges that men go through, right?
Body dysmorphia is a psychological thing, though, right?
I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, it's an idea you have in your head of what you should be, I think.
So that's where it gets mental.
Yeah.
Right.
Body. How do you spell this?
Then there's how much time we got? There's relationship expectations. Navigating romantic relationships involve meeting evolving expectations that can be confusing to some men. Men sometimes struggle to balance the traditional roles with these modern dynamics. Group, the traditional roles, men just have to be men.
I'm a manly man.
But now there's some modern dynamics leading to frustration and uncertainty.
Yeah, you see, it's not just being men; it was being manly men. Now you still have men.
What comes into play?
Manly men.
These modern expectations, like Valentine the corner. The women have an expectation that here comes some, you know, you got to bring some Valentine scenario to the place. So now that goes back to the stress. That goes back to the modern dynamics. You go back to financial because no man have to find the money if you think that he have to.
But I blame Marvin. Because every time Valentine's come, he never talk about getting flowers for your man. He always talk about getting flowers for your woman. So the one thing we get pushy, you know what I mean, Liz?
I heard you.
Yes, people have to start to say, buy some flowers for your man, because we like sweetness too.
He likes flowers too.
Yeah, a lot of men got their feminine side they try to hide.
It's not a feminine side. You give him your flower. Give him their flowers.
That's right. Very good. Frisco, you want to get flowers for Valentine's? Yeah, boy.
Men, however, men should note that communicating effectively and understanding the changing expectations is crucial for maintaining healthy and fulfilling blah, blah, blah. That sounds good. But
blah, blah, blah.
The relationship expectations.
Mm-hmm.
We branch out in all kind of things today's day. Back in the day, I think when Valentine's, you have to go find $200, $300 for a Valentine gift.
Mm-hmm.
That has become the norm now. With these new relationship expectations, that's also an example.
No, man. Right now, when time Valentine's going, I get down at the light bill or the gas bill or some kind of the food bill. Happy Valentine's.
All right. But yeah, so I leave that at there, but due to time.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much, Mr. Frisco, right there. We're going to take a break, or are we going to...
Yeah, we got to take a break, and then we'll come back with birthdays and see how we can do the weather.
No,
that's right.
Okay.
We have Mr. Zell and Mrs. Cox here.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be right back.
Yes, we will be.
Yeah.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, after that, help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Hey, Belizean students! Ready to unlock your future? The Social Security Board is now accepting applications for its 2025 scholarship program. Whether you're aiming for vocational technical, high school, or an associate degree, this is your chance. To qualify, you must be a born Belizean accepted to a school in Belize, entering high school, trade school, or college for the first time, demonstrate financial need and academic potential. Don't wait! Learn more and apply online today at socialsecurity.org.bz. Deadline is Friday, June 27, 2025. Remember, only online applications are accepted. Unlock new opportunities for success with a scholarship from Social Security.
Manuel, it looked like the jar stuck again. I think we need to go to Builders Hardware.
Again? What kind of videos are online?
Oh, that's right. Manuel, I forgot the draw slides.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. Do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance. Racindio, Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall. Special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Power Convention Center. Don't miss it.
'cause today is your birthday.
All right, somebody's celebrating a birthday today. Who we got? Let's do birthdays if we can get that. All right, where's everybody? Do we have birthdays or no? Yeah, we got some birthdays.
I haven't checked the thing. I sent up one just now.
That's the only one we got?
No, I think I got another.
I don't see no more. All right,
Yeah, just
so
well,
let me hit the book then. I know the book has a couple, and before we get on out, let's see who we got here. Come on, load up with the birthdays already. Oh, Lord.
I want to say happy birthday going out to DJ Flex Spandy celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Flex. Hope you have many, many more.
Happy birthday, Flex.
Vida Mag's birthday today.
Who?
Vida Mags.
Yeah, Vida.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Vida.
Yeah, we got
Remember, she's living la loca, living la vida loca. Oh, he's living la vida loca.
Pretty gal Peter's birthday today.
Okay, happy birthday.
Paul Garifuna Magdalena. All right.
Mark Figueroa, and Esteban Perea celebrating a birthday today.
Okay.
Well, happy birthday to you guys as well.
Shermaine Whitaker celebrating a birthday. Francine McKay.
Happy birthday.
Christy Holt celebrating a birthday. By Pebbles Adan, big up herself, birthday. Vanessa Guzman also celebrating a birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Today. Pamela Jones' birthday today. All right.
Happy birthday, Pamela.
And of course, DJ Flex, big up herself.
There you go.
What? Arthur Williams? Arthur Williams' birthday today? Who's Arthur Williams?
You never know them. That's Mr. and Mrs. Williams' favorite picnic.
Favorite?
All right, favorite.
You gotta get on out.
Boy, you seen the
You're not gonna do the weather?
You seen the latest video going around of a constable?
No.
I'm saying to no. But
How
anyway,
do the weather?
Want to do the weather, ladies and gentlemen? Courtney Cox's favorite granddaughter, Olive, is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Olive Cox.
Olive Cox.
All right. Your weather for today. Good morning, Jer. Moist and unstable conditions continue. In our forecast, mostly cloudy skies with some showers or periods of rain. A few thunderstorms that will develop along the country, especially over northern and central areas. Winds blowing east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots. It's gusty. Sea state is moderate to beyond the reef 5 to 7 feet. Temperatures for today on the coast, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, inland areas, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and in the hills, it's 78 degrees Fahrenheit. We are currently experiencing a low tide. A high tide comes in at 4:41. Another low is on schedule at 10:38, followed by another high at 4:49 a.m. Sun will set this evening,
I did not tell you. Anytime you say schedule, Frisco, sit down and shake your head like, yeah, I got that. 9, I think.
Yeah, you're right there. Well, the moon will set at 12:46 this afternoon. In our outlook, this is through to Friday, I guess, Friday night. It's for some showers or periods of rain, and isolated thunderstorms are expected around the country, but especially over central and northern areas into Friday night. Our forecaster is Crystal Rosales on That's Your Weather.
Thank you, Miss Olive Cox, for that weather.
You're very
I don't know, Mr. Zell, Titus Zell, you gonna be able to do weather today or what?
What she said. Yeah.
Okay.
What she said. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Titus Zell.
Yep, Titus Zell. Yeah, I saw that video maybe I don't know how long ago it was. So I thought it was
okay. Is that a new one?
I don't know how new it is. I saw it maybe.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how new it is. But yeah, still.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta go.
And a good look. I don't think nothing happened to mine. It was a big plate of food we had. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for participating. Carlo, Habet, thanks for stopping by. G. Mike, Castellet, everyone who called in, respect. We're going to see you again tomorrow. Tell her we had the Miss Love in the meantime.
We're going to take care of ourselves. If for some reason you got to be out there, please do whatever is right by you and stay safe. Keep yourself hydrated. And, well, it's nice and kind of cool, overcast, breeze blowing. So do stay safe, though. If you got to be outside, it's nice to be outside right now. Enjoy everything about your Thursday. We love you. Take care. To Ram Halferman and also to Chella. I saw Chella yesterday. I saw Mare. Yeah, so hi, Miss Alva. Got nothing but love for you. Take care of yourself. Mr. and Mrs. Cooper, have yourselves a wonderful day. Miss Carol as well and family. Take care, guys. We love you so much. God is willing. We will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care of you, and you and I promise to take care of me. Lexi's upstairs. Thank you, Lexi. We love you guys. All of us, you were at home and abroad.
Read the message. Read the last message. I want to see if anybody will laugh.
Wait, what? Wait.
Oh, come on. Tomorrow.
Ayo. See what I love you. Ayo.
Love you.